Stormzy, Big Mike is back, his third album, This Is What I Mean, drops today. You know how I do it over here, track by track, react, breaking down each song. If you want to see the whole thing uncut and all your album reactions uncut, sign up to the Patreon, link down in the description, come support the channel. Big Mike, This Is What I Mean, let's go. Starting with an 8-minute track, Fire and Water.
It's probably best we wait, it's probably best we found a fire from this perfect match too. I guess you got me figured out. We got that champagne love, don't let it fizzle out. I know I brought a world of pain you could've did without. If you was living with me, then I'll probably get a bigger house. Second guessing's really got you having second thoughts. Second thoughts never hurt nobody, everybody has them.
I mean, is this about Maya Jama? I mean, I kind of heard that they were maybe back together. I don't really know what's going on there. Obviously, we heard the track Hide and Seek, which is kind of like a soft, lovey-dovey song, I guess you would call it. I heard a snippet of Firebabe, but I knew the album was coming out, so I didn't listen to the whole thing. Again, Stormzy singing and being quite soft. Obviously, he's rapping here, but again, being quite soft. So maybe that's what it's all about. I mean, the letter on the front cover. Interesting so far.
Still the biggest fan of you. Good for me like collard greens and runner beans and callaloo. Every single day I close my eyes and try and channel you. Girl, just let me drown. And even if you don't, it's fine.
I mean, his voice sounds quite nice. The melody is solid. I don't know if I'm absolutely loving this song so far. Long way to go in it though.
And water just cause floods. Said you're tired of these games. You said you're fine and you're cool and I call bluff. I know your heart is breaking. Oh. It's probably best we wait. Probably best we found a fire from this perfect match too.
Listen, it's a nice track. I appreciate the endeavor. I actually like the fact he's singing on it. There's part of me is thinking, well, maybe he should have got a proper singer to do the hook, to do the melody. But no, and I also know that he released this like letter, I guess, with the album, referencing Tyler's Igor as like an influence. I don't necessarily think an influence sonically, but an influence in the fact that Tyler himself was very nervous about putting out an album where the majority of the time he's singing. And it actually turned out to be an incredible project. And despite the relative lack of quality in his singing compared to like a professional high-level singer, the authenticity and endeavor that came through on Igor makes it all the more special. So if that's the intention, then I appreciate it. However, saying that, we've got 4 minutes to go. Well, 3.5 minutes to go on this song. I am slightly concerned with diving into self-indulgence a little bit, but let's see where the track goes. Now, one thing I will say, if you're comparing this to something from Igor, Igor is an album that's like sonically interesting and boundary breaking and compelling, whereas this to me is really middle of the road.
Pour me water, pour me more of it. Take no caution. He's look where you are. Right now I'm falling.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think that was particularly great. I gotta be honest. I'm not trying to box you in, Storms, but it didn't need to be 8 minutes long, man.
Had to close the store for renovations. My cousin said storms, man, they're running out of patience, you know. Time to make a statement. They said you can't slide, you're a treasure to the nation, but what they gonna do, what they gonna say?
Okay, this beat is fucking sounding incredible so far. They say you can't slide, you're a treasure to the nation. Interesting situation he finds himself in there. Because obviously he had the stuff going on with Chip, where he went round to his gaff, and he has been propelled to superstardom status and like mainstream status here in the UK. So it's an interesting like situation he finds himself in, I'm sure. Whereas, you know, it's one of the quickest rises to fame, certainly for somebody in the rap game in the UK there's ever been. If this beat drops how it should, we're back in business.
What they gonna do, what they gonna say? Storm's got that sauce, this that bolognese. Talking about the bread like it correlates. This is what I mean.
Come on, just drop.
I said, this is what I mean, girl. All my niggas got it, we unanimous. Cut from different cloth and different calibers. My skeleton is matching with my managers. Talking recce, we gon' ask you where your manners is. I said it from a kid, you should've listened. I manifest the shit and then it happened. Put your boy in a position where I'm profit off my passion on rap. They don't know about the times I've bled. Give a fuck about what the timeline said. I'll do a daystream.
Weird beat. It sounds like everything on this beat. See if the credits are out yet. Oh, it's Jacob Collier's voice. Okay. There's actually a quote here from Stormzy on Genius, which is great. He says that song always feels like a lot. It's like a sonic explosion. This song happened in so many ways. It really started with this amazing producer called Knox Brown and this chord progression by P2J. And then this is the bit I like. We have this idea for a song where I wanted to use all my favorite artists, like how a painter might use different brushes and different colors. Okay, so that's worth paying attention to when you listen to this mad beat.
Just how I get. Please don't hold my money, man. Just write me my check.
This is all over the place, this song. It's hard to get a hold of on first listen.
All that capping on the net will make the man and blow your cap away. So we just let them niggas out away. I think I'm Kanye mixed with Donny Hathaway. I heard Sunday's the new Saturday. Go, but that ain't nothing I ain't said already. Oh please, all my enemies are dead and buried. I need that Haagen-Dazs, I need that Ben and Jerry's. If we do it, then
listen, I'm still gonna say it though. You can say all your enemies are dead and buried. You need to respond to Chip if you really want to say shit like that. You just do. You can leave it, but if you're gonna leave it, you can't say stuff like that. You can't. Numbers and none of that stuff matters. Just that line. I'm going to call it every time.
Large, I'm on my Kevin Perry. This ain't the same man.
Shout out Kevin Perry. Kevin Perry Go Large, classic. All over the place, this song. If the first track was a bit too middle of the road and way too long, I really appreciate that this is like 10 tracks crammed into one. We're back on form. I was slightly worried we were just going to get an album like that first track. Firebabe. This was a single, but I didn't listen to it because I don't like to listen to too many singles before an album drops. But I heard a snippet and it seemed like a singy-songy one again.
Took away my breath, and that's when I knew she was mine until the end. My miracle. I just can't explain. Even in the rain, everybody loves. Then she starts dancing on the table. 'Cause I just can't explain.
Been hanging out with Ed too much. Fuck it hell. Listen, this is a sweet song. I hope you and Maya get back together if you're not already. But
please could you lower your tone? Please could you get off my phone? And please leave Megan alone. I said, please leave Megan alone. Under pressure we fall.
I'm assuming he's talking about Meghan Markle there.
Please could you let me be flawed? And please leave your pain at the door. Cries, but with this pain I'd rather pain and try and turn this broken picture into something that it ain't.
Oh, beautiful line. With this pain, and then he took that pause in there. Beautiful dramatic effect. With this pain I'd rather paint and try to turn this broken picture into something it ain't. Beautiful line.
Self from myself, I free you from regret. I grant you peace before you rest, and that's the least that you should get. I think we've both suffered enough, please.
Okay, is he forgiving his father? I don't know much about his relationship with his father, to be honest, but that's what it sounds like here. Reminiscent of the Wakana project, which I did on the channel, which came out a few weeks ago. Must say, even though I've not really messed with a couple of the songs on this album, quality of production, engineering, mixing and stuff, outstanding. Yeah, really beautiful, heartfelt track, Please. I like that one a lot. Up and down on this record for me on this first listen. Up and down. Right, let's keep going. Next track is called Need You.
Visible, no doubt, and I suppose I fall for you, I get up. Falling for you was a
This is another softer song, but again, like the previous track, it's got something to it a little bit more than those other two tracks.
I heard the news about the guy you're dating. You see my new girl, she's Firebabe, and you don't care much, and I ain't hating. You said you need time, but I ain't waiting. I'm just glad you're alright. Mad how I move when you chat to me rude. Got me shouting on the phone, I come back selling food. But the catch-22 is that I'm a catch-2. You can never be my up, but if I ever catch you, then listen.
Kind of a vibey song, I mean, fitting with the theme of the album, but wasn't really much to it, I guess. Now, Hide and Seek's obviously been a big radio hit over here. It's been played a lot. Heard it before, but you know, I like to do these album reactions as the full project. So we'll listen again. I do enjoy this song. Again, softer song, vibey number. That's what this album basically is, right?
Oh, girl, you're shining.
Yeah, it's wavy, this song.
You need reminding.
Which is interesting because the first time I heard it, I was like, not sure about this one, which is definitely how I felt about a couple of songs on this album. So maybe in time they will grow on me. However, am I going to be choosing to put an 8-minute one of those on very often? Probably not.
What's it gonna be? What we gonna do? Here we go again. This ain't nothing new. I ain't trying to run game, but it's true, cause you
Oh, girl, you're shining. You know you're my diamond. You need reminding.
Yeah, it's a nice track, man. It really is.
Seeking and hiding. Nowhere to find me.
Yeah, I enjoy the kind of soft Afrobeat style to this track, and that's something that's permeating a lot of the tracks on this album, which is nice. It's not overt. I like overt too in that genre. I do think that Afrobeat is probably the easiest genre in world music at the moment to just straight up enjoy. I mean, can you listen to a Burna Boy song without enjoying it almost immediately? Like, it's just so palatable on the ears. Yeah, it's not like an Afrobeat record or anything, but that style is definitely permeating the record. And I love the fact, and I also love the fact that that is now becoming a part of the grander British sound. And when I say that, I love the fact that our country has so many multicultural influences and is built upon all the different, that's what it should be. That's what the country should be. That's the country I was born into, grew up in. And then when the country is like that, I think it's beautiful. To me, Britishness is the welcoming and enveloping of different cultures. To constantly evolve and create something new and even more beautiful and even broader and having all these different styles, whether it's food, music, people, everything. That's what Britishness is to me. And I will not take any other definition. I will not take it. So everyone else can fuck off with their fucking flags. Our own flag's been ruined.
What I'm saying is exactly what I say is I found you. I feel your presence when I'm not around you. Queen in your city, they need to crown you.
Oh, girl, you're shining. Know you're my diamond. You need reminding.
Right, my presidents are black. It's a powerful song title.
God in all my flows, heaven in my tracks.
Okay.
My kettle's all gold, my presidents are black.
Oh, okay,
Jackie
yeah.
on the front line,
Clever
and
double.
in the back.
Clever line there. He's talking about watches. Obviously, his APs are gold. His presidents, his Rolex presidents are black, but you know his presidents are black. His influences, his leaders in his life are black people. So nice double there. Clever.
Cool. Jigger told me crabs in the bucket, I said I overstacked. So you, my brother, you can hold my hand. You wouldn't know about the combos that we had to change the rules. You can keep the gems, I give you jewels. We are the needle movers, we are the table shakers. They got my brother Enoch told me, bro, you wasn't known to stutter.
I feel like there's some little nods in there to maybe Wiley, and there's a little nods in there to Chip, talking about, yeah, crabs in the bucket, you're trying to pull me back down, and he's like, no. So you, my brother, you can hold my hand. I'll pull you back up. We're trying to elevate everybody. So, I mean, that's a pretty good way to get out of that. But, you know, he is speaking from a place of truth as well. What Stormzy's doing in terms of empowering people in Britain and empowering black youth in Britain is amazing and powerful and very important as well. So if he doesn't want to get pulled back down into that, then that's understandable. However, you know, will always be there. It is the truth.
Fluent, you can, it's the community provider, the multiple diss track survivor. Glory be to God, Jehovah Jireh. How can I retire? The devil was a liar. And shout my nigga Dave, cause we made it through the fire.
Shout out to Dave, little reference to the track Through the Fire. a phenomenal track from Dave's last album. I love the fact those two are mates. Don't you just love that? Don't you love the people that you like in life that you don't know when they're friends? I love that shit.
Yeah, we're busting all your favorite myths. Nowadays I pull up on my ZD Smith and master with a pen. Skin tone darker than your skin. Now you have to pull it up and start again. Tell Michael Grove that we got something for your nose. We got champagne.
Tell Michael Gove that we've got something for your nose. Obviously, Michael Gove, the politician. I don't know if he got done. He admitted to doing cocaine in the past. Fine, whatever, do what you want. How many people in this country, but also how many young black people in this country are incarcerated or in trouble for drug-related offences, and yet you have a politician there admitting, like, where did you get the coke from? The whole thing is ridiculous, and the whole thing, listen, again, I don't want to get on my soapbox, but Stormzy kind of gets me there sometimes, especially with a track like this. Now, the whole thing is broken and corrupt.
Had no orders. This for my Kofis and my Adiolas. You get the trophies when you plan and focus. You're now tuned into my magnum opus. They wanna chat me whilst they sat on sofas, but I'm Serena for you Sharapovas. Win again and win again like Wimbledon. I serve. I promise
Kendrick line?
The single that you heard. The second one was stressful, but it's simple for my third. Hit 'em with the choir spirit, got 'em singing.
Beautiful. Awesome track. Amazing. Listen, to going back to what I said before, Stormzy, Big Mike, now he truly is the best of British. 2022 best of British in what I believe that Britain is and should stand for. He is one of the best of us, and what he's doing for his community, his wider community, is powerful and important. And he is somebody that should, well, he's got his own platform, but he's somebody who should be listened to, and everything he does is very empowering and very important. This is for my Kofis and my Adiolas. You get the trophies when you plan and focus. I mean, speaking directly to probably, the equivalent of himself when he was a young kid, when he was a teenager. Okay, Sampha's Plea, so, okay. I would like to say I'm ready, but I rarely am when it comes to this guy.
Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please.
Before when I talked about getting a high-level singer on a track. Now, Stormzy, sing your heart out, Storms. Sing your heart out. But, I mean, there's levels and there's levels. And when you hear a Sampha, one note, and you melt. You melt!
Oh, please, could you help me to be more proactive instead of reactive? Act on truth instead of distracting. I've been baking, I've been somewhere out, I've been lacking, oh please, I need the sun through the trees, I need the cooling of the breeze, I need reflection by the sea, I need...
Sampha, I need another album from you, my friend, my goodness me. But I'm happy with this. If this is all I get, that's fine.
Oh please, oh please. Oh please, oh please. Oh please. Please don't leave me in that, I'm begging you. Oh stars, oh please, I've been begging you.
There's cheat codes and then there's cheat codes.
Please,
oh my gosh.
I'll be begging you.
Stunner!
If you need the pressure on my shoulders, Lord, you made me ready to carry all my burdens. Hold me close, fill me with your presence, Holy Ghost. You gave me peace and purpose, although I don't deserve it.
Yeah, I like this, man.
Although I'm if you need my story, Lord, what do you have for me?
Now that was beautiful. It was beautiful. There was something about that which didn't come across as cheesy, which Firebabe did to me. Obviously, I'm not religious, right? But when Stormzy speaks or sings about his faith, there's something magical about it because it comes from the purest place. You can feel it all the way from inside his soul to yours. And that connection is powerful. I'm enjoying this record. I think it is very good now. I was unsure at first. I still don't know whether starting with that 8-minute track was the move. But here we are towards the back end. I'm hitting my mic all over the place. Not Big Mike.
I ain't gonna lie, you been going hard. And you shine bright, you could glow in dark. Side by side like it's Noah's Ark. We just fell apart, that's the saddest part. And I had your heart, that's the maddest part. That's never bother us. Oh please, girl, it's obvious. I love you out loud, now it's never been anonymous. Can't you tell I love you, girl, it's obvious. You ride or die, you and I, just the two of us.
I think it's pretty clear what this is about.
Easy cause you're beautiful. Smile, girl. Is this a wedding or a funeral? News and the blogs and the sites never bother us. Oh, please, girl, it's obvious.
Listen, I hope they do get back together and Amaya isn't just with someone else, because if that's the case and she's moved on with her life, this is creepy as fuck. But I appreciate him wearing his heart on his sleeve, and I've heard that they got back together, so it's all good.
Head high, but we waist deep. We're basically living on the same street. I could still slide round on a lake creek. Oh, please, girl, it's obvious. I love you out loud now, it's never been anonymous.
Well, he's put himself out there. There's no two ways about that. Like I said, I'm not too sure how I feel about the track.
They tried to tell us that we can't adjust. Everybody's talking culture, but it starts with us. Bro, I could've parked the bus. Niggas tearing down my wings like it ain't hard enough.
Part of the bus are tearing down his wings, so his angel wings are tearing him down, but he's tried to park the bus, like the football reference, and then people going down the wings. It's how you beat a team that parks the bus. I like it.
Couple men are cool, but the rest are neeks. We paid you niggas homage and we kept receipts. Niggas walked through the door and didn't leave the key. I treat Dave the way these niggas should have treated me. Every hendo needs a Stevie G.
He said every hendo needs a Stevie G. I thought you were a United fan. Don't be giving Gerrard any credit for anything. His tiny forehead.
Reparations, we gon' feed the streets. I still believe Jehovah's gonna free me from the shackles of my troubled past. And way before I juggled bars, a nigga had to hustle hard. The documentary's gotta come in parts. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I got my smile back. The last time I linked depression was a while back. I told self-doubt, you better watch your tone. Stop shouting down my line like you gon' do shit. You was my old friend, but now we on some new shit. Now me and Peace of Mind became the best of friends.
Great verse.
My nigga.
Through the storm, I found my smile.
Another beautiful track. Not a lot of like hard rapping on this album. Obviously, you released the Mel Made Me Do It track, which was him spitting. There's not really been that on this album. Yet, the variety in styles, the heartfelt emotion of it is connected a lot on a lot of these tracks. I just don't think it put its best foot forward early on in the album, and I'll stand by that. That might change on multiple listens, but it is what it is. But yeah, some great tracks, man. And I've really enjoyed this run. I got my smile back. I really enjoyed Holy Spirit. Sampha's Plea was obviously gorgeous. My Presidents of Black is a fantastic track. Yeah, Hide and Seek's really good as well.
Long road, Lord knows I see it getting darker. There's no give, there's bruises. This water keeps me floating when I'm straight. This water's gonna tell me it's okay. It's flowing and it's showing me the way.
So this singer is Debbie, who I think Stormzy not discovered, but came connected with on this album. They've since signed her to Def Jam. He says she's like one of the most talented people he's heard in years. So she's getting a little showcase here on the back end of this record.
No, this is a disaster. Feel loud, I breathe slow, and let go, then give it to the water. Give it to the water. It's flowing and it's showing.
Yeah, she's got an incredible voice, and I like the little bit of English accent she has in there as well.
The water's gonna wash away the I hold on to the water.
It saves me from the horrors that come. No wonder I am stronger.
Flowing when I'm straight.
The water's gonna tell me it's okay.
Beautiful track. I really enjoyed those last two tracks. They just kind of melt into. It's not the album I was expecting. It's not the album perhaps many of us were expecting. Yet, I do think that it achieved quite a lot. Will it enter my top 10 of the year? Very unlikely. There's some tracks that I'm not really too keen on for sure. But I really just appreciate Stormzy. I do. I appreciate him as a human being and as an artist. And like I said, one of the best of British in the climate, in the world that we live in right now. So yeah, shout out to Stormzy. I appreciate you trying some different stuff. And there were some beautiful heartfelt moments on that album. Uncut on the Patreon. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Come on. And I'll catch you all very soon.